Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gordon Frayne, and today we're jumping in to do an updated price prediction video, this time for Ondo Finance. As always, if you enjoy the content, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button below. Hit that subscribe button as well, and if you want to get notified about similar videos, make sure to smash the bell notification icon. And don't forget to grab your free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin. It's my gift to you. It's going to be linked in the description below. Grab it while it's free, and let's get into the video. So, Ondo Finance has been one of the real-world asset tokens that has gained a lot of prominence throughout 2024 thus far. So, just to get a better understanding of Ondo, we need to kind of understand what is real-world asset tokenization. And essentially, it is the process of bringing real-world assets into a blockchain world and denoting ownership of assets, whether that's bonds, treasuries, physical assets like real estate and earth, denoting ownership of those assets on the blockchain so that the swapping, trading, and flow of those assets is able to happen in a much more efficient, scalable, and liquid manner. We always reference this particular report from Roland Berger when we make videos about real-world asset tokenization on the channel. And basically what this is showing us is how the market potential for real-world asset tokenization is set to grow over the course of the next 5 to 6 years as we move towards the year 2030. Roland Berger, the consulting firm, they estimate that we will reach a US dollar valuation of just under $11 trillion by the year 2030 for real-world asset tokenization on the blockchain, with real estate, debt, and investment funds being the top 3 tokenized assets. And you can see just how this growth is due to kind of accelerate over the course of the next 5 years. The estimate for 2024 sitting down here at about 0.6 trillion US dollars and growing exponentially towards the year 2030, where they estimate we will reach a tokenized assets market size of just under 11 trillion US dollars. So projects like Ondo are basically laying the infrastructure to get us from 0.6 trillion to 11 trillion over the course of the next 5 years. And if we jump over to Ondo's website, we can see here how they're talking about bringing institutional grade finance on chain. So again, we talked about the benefits of this just a moment ago, where it makes assets like bonds, treasuries, real estate, it makes it much more efficient to swap, trade, and denote ownership of those assets when it's done in a blockchain first manner. We did see the likes of BlackRock earlier this year creating their own tokenized fund on Ethereum, and BlackRock are also partnered with Ondo to help do real-world asset tokenization in an on-chain manner. So Ondo have built up a number of very high-profile partnerships over the course of the last year. And if we jump over to DeFi Llama, we can also just see how Ondo has been growing from a total value locked perspective. We've seen big increases in 2024 thus far with regards to the amount of capital and total value locked within the Ondo Finance protocol. So they're making big moves to basically help build the next generation of financial infrastructure to improve market efficiency, transparency, and accessibility. And what does this look like from a practical perspective? Well, you can open up something like the Flux Protocol, which is a lending and borrowing on-chain protocol powered by Ondo, and you can see how they're trying to make it as easy as possible for institutions to actually lend and borrow stablecoins against tokenized US treasuries. And if we also jump over to rwa.xyz, this is the real world assets dashboard that we use to track everything from an RWA perspective. You can see how global market overview, we're seeing increases of 6% in the past 13 days with regards to total real world assets on chain. You can even see this broken down by US treasuries, for example. The BUIDL fund that we mentioned from BlackRock just a few minutes ago in the orange here on the top of the graph, you can see just how much capital inflow we're seeing throughout the course of 2024 thus far when it comes to institutions and asset managers like BlackRock tokenizing treasuries on chain. And again, coming back to Flux Finance, being able to lend and borrow stablecoins against those tokenized US treasuries. So lots of very exciting stuff going on with Ondo and with what they're doing from a real world asset tokenization perspective. And we did a price prediction video for Ondo just a few months ago when Ondo was sitting at this kind of 81 cent price level. And we did that price prediction back at the beginning of May of this year. And we were sitting at that 81 cents level. We're currently sitting at about 68 cents, 68 to 69 cents here in the middle of August 2024. And yes, we did have that recent market correction with Bitcoin dropping to 49K, and it did kind of drag the rest of the market down with it. There was a whole macro environmental situation with the Japanese yen and the carry trade going on there. So we did see that dip in the past few days, and Ondo's currently sitting at this 69 cents level, but not too far down from those prices that we talked about at the beginning of May when we made our previous price prediction video. So jumping back over here, again, if we break down the tokenomics for Ondo, we can see how we're currently sitting at a circulating supply of about 1.389 billion Ondo tokens. Now, there is an upcoming unlock for Ondo, but that's not happening until the May time period of next year, January of next year, where we will see a number of Ondo tokens entering circulation, and having much more Ondo tokens in circulation means that the price action has to do additional work because of the dilution of the token supply and the amount of new tokens that are going to be in circulation. So again, this was the price prediction that we did in the previous video at the beginning of May. And when we made that previous price prediction video, as always, we gave you a bear case, base case, and bull case scenario. And in a bear case scenario, what we said was Ondo would get to a price of $1.41. In a base case, we said it would get to $3.18. And in a bull case scenario, we said we would get up to a $6.59 level for Ondo by the peak of the bull cycle. Now, given the bullish sentiment around Ondo, I think it has held pretty strong in the aftermath of this most recent dip in the markets. And again, it's always worth keeping an eye on which tokens actually kind of bounce back strongest and manage to hold their own when Bitcoin does have a sudden drop in price like we saw this past week. So again, what we've done with this price prediction is we have revised our prices upwards ever so slightly, and we're going to look at a new bear case, base case, and bull case scenario for Ondo. Okay guys, very briefly, I want to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, which is EchoPay. EchoPay and the team are making it super easy and extremely seamless for you to purchase all of your favorite EVM crypto coins and meme coins on the blockchain. All you need to do is head over to echopay.xyz. You can open up their application and sign in with a Google account or similar. They've built in this extremely simple to use interface with single sign-on. And as you can see, you can simply sign in with an existing Gmail or Google account and use their platform to select and purchase your favorite meme coins. For example, they've got Pepe, they've got Brett, they've got Boop, they've got a bunch of other meme coins to select from. And again, if you filter by DeFi, they've got some of the most popular DeFi tokens like Uniswap, Chainlink, Lido, Avo, the Graph token, and even Pendle, which has been one of the biggest performers this year so far as well. So give EchoPay a try, guys. I'm going to be talking with the founder of EchoPay on the channel as well. These guys are building something super cool, creating a very simple interface for you to interact and purchase your favorite cryptos. Head over to app.echopay.xyz. You can grab the link in the description below. I'm going to leave a link to make it super easy for you guys to jump over here, check it out, create an account, and purchase your first tokens. It is super easy, and I'm super excited to be partnering with these guys. A very genuine group of people, a great team behind the project, and you guys can check it out for yourselves. So in a bear case scenario, what we're seeing is the total crypto market cap could reach a peak around $4 trillion if Ondo can get up to a 0.15% dominance level. that would give us a $6 billion overall market cap. And again, dividing this overall market cap by 3.4 billion Ondo, because again, we are going to have that big unlock event in January of 2025, which will increase that token supply. That would give us a $1.76 price prediction for Ondo, which is about a 2.5x from today's prices. Next up, we've got the base case scenario. And in a base case scenario, what we're saying is the total crypto market cap could reach a peak around $6 trillion if Ondo can get up to a 0.25% dominance level. That would give us an overall market cap of about $15 billion. And again, dividing that by 3.4 billion Ondo tokens gives us a price target of about $4.41 for Ondo by the peak of the bull cycle, again, which we estimate to happen around middle to end of 2025. And that gives us a 6.4x from today's Ondo prices. Finally, in the most bullish case scenario, what we're saying is the total crypto market cap could peak around $8 trillion if Ondo can get up to a 0.35% dominance level. That would give us an overall market cap for Ondo around $28 billion. And again, dividing that by 3.4 billion Ondo tokens gives us an $8.23 price target for Ondo, which is just under a 12x from today's prices. Again, this video is not financial advice, but this most recent pullback for the price of Ondo could pose as a very interesting buy the dip opportunity, especially if you are bullish on real world asset tokenization. Again, we've seen real world assets be one of the best performing narratives of this year thus far. We're seeing a lot of volume going through real world asset projects, just like Ondo and others like Mantra. So we've revised upwards our price prediction ever so slightly. And for Ondo to get all the way up to a $28 billion market cap is certainly not out of the question. You know, we are currently sitting at a 1.4 billion, sorry, not 1.4 billion, a just under a 1 billion overall market cap. But again, remembering that we are going to be having a huge token unlock in January of next year, it'll be interesting to see how much the price action can move back to the upside before we have that new token unlock event. Perhaps we will get a very bullish Q4 of 2024, and we might see some very positive price action for Ondo before we see that January token unlock. It is worth keeping that in mind. You might want to build in that token unlock as part of your scaling or laddering out strategy when it comes to Ondo if you're already holding a bag of Ondo, because we are going to be seeing a big influx of tokens in circulation for Ondo. We can see if we just look at the numbers here, we're going to be seeing 1.43 billion new Ondo entering the circulating supply, which is basically, 100%, and we're doubling the amount of tokens that are going to be in circulation by the time this unlock happens on the 18th of January 2025. So worth keeping that in mind. You could be very strategic and ladder out as we move up to this event, especially if we see price accumulation in Q4 of this year. But that is our revised price prediction for Ondo. Still very bullish on real world asset tokenization. We're seeing the world's largest asset managers making moves to start tokenizing huge amounts of treasuries, bonds, and assets in a blockchain manner. We can see the likes of BlackRock and many of these other asset managers with their funds. And you can see this very, very positive upwards trend line from the beginning of this year, and just seeing huge amounts of capital flowing into asset tokenization in general. So lots of exciting stuff happening in RWA and real world assets, and Ondo is one of the leading tokens in this space. As always, if you enjoy the content, please make sure to smash that thumbs up button on your way out the door. It would mean the world. Make sure to subscribe as well. And if you want to get notified about similar videos, smash that bell notification icon so you can get notified every time we drop a new video. And finally, don't forget to grab your completely free copy of The Rise of Bitcoin. It's going to be linked in the description below. Grab it while it's free. It is my gift to you. And as always, we will catch you in the next one.